Cane fans, you've seen him on your screen before with Miami Made, and now we have him here in studio today. This is Brian Walters with Hurricanes Baseball. Brian, welcome to the show.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
We're happy to have you, and this is kind of a little bit of like a after the final rose in Bachelor Nation, or like a where are they now type of episode, because you did the docuseries with Miami Made, and now we have lots to catch up on. You ready?
Ready.
All right, so we talked about Miami Made, such a special moment to be able to showcase that story of you playing with your brother here at Miami. About 1 year ago, I know the anticipation was high. You were heading into what was going to be your first collegiate season with your brother. What was that like?
Well, I can tell you, I was a little nervous. A lot of emotions going into that, but I knew it was going to be special, and we worked hard for that, so it was exciting.
And when Miami Made was released, it was special because it was not only you and your brother telling that story, but your parents were very involved in it too. What was that experience like, having the whole baseball family affair now told on a screen?
Honestly, it was super special for all of us. It was one of those things where, yeah, the season didn't go the way we had, but having that, there for us, and, just knowing how much, people rallied around us kind of like lifted my spirit as well as my family, so it was special.
When it was released, did y'all get to watch it as a family?
We did.
Oh, did you have like a watch party?
It was kind of like, it was me and my brother, then we FaceTime my parents, and we got to talk about it, so it was cool.
That's so special. Now, you mentioned, though, of course, the plot changed a little bit than what the narrative thought it would be heading into a season as a whole, but also Miami Made, telling the story, because you had to go through surgery. I know that was a difficult situation, and you mentioned in Miami Made you were thankful to have your brother there for you in that sense. But what was that like? I mean, your second outing as a Cane, and then all of a sudden it ends for you.
It was kind of like a weird moment because, you have all the high standards you set for yourself, and you go out and in one pitch, the whole world changes for you, and I like to repeat that with my brother is, he's what kept me going. The days I felt like, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to go, do what I know what I'm supposed to do, and my brother picked me up and kept me going. So that's one of those things I wanted to share in Miami Made, that this season was special because I had my brother and because he kept me going, and I'm forever thankful for it now because I'm in a spot I probably wouldn't have been without him. So.
And you mentioned before that when you were separated before you came to play in Miami, it was the furthest away you had been together. And now it's a little further with him going pro. What has that been like? Do you miss him a lot?
I miss him a lot. So when we were kids, me and my brother, we spent every day together. We did everything together, from fishing, hunting, baseball. And when he left for college, it was our first time being away from each other. He was 2.5 hours away, and we didn't get to see each other very often. And it was like a very special moment when I knew I was going to come see him again and be with him for a whole year, and I couldn't, be more grateful for that. And now, he's across the country, so a lot more FaceTime calls. We actually started playing video games together, and we're staying in contact, so it's been okay.
You're making it happen.
We're making it happen.
The long distance relationship, brother to brother bromance there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love it. Let's go back a little bit to your recovery season, because Andrew's doing big things, but so are you. You're getting back on the ball field. You're throwing some pitches. How does that finally feel?
So it was nerve-wracking at first, to be able to finally throw again. And at first, it was like, oh, well, we got this. A little scared, a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen, right? But it's been going really good. I can't complain. I got some of the best people taking care of me, and they really do care about me over there. And throwing's been going great. Actually, this Saturday would be my first time back on the hill, getting a chance to throw on the mound with my catcher. So I'm excited.
Beautiful. And going through that recovery season, what do you think is the biggest thing you've learned through that?
I would say just perseverance. That you have people behind you as much as you think, oh, you're doing this on your own, you're not, and being a man of faith, it was one of those things where I had to turn to God to keep me going, and he really did. He picked me up when I didn't want to pick myself up, and with my brothers at the field, they always kept me going, like, hey, we're going to need you eventually again, go for us too. And my coaches, they rallied around me, kept my spirit high. So on the days when they would leave and travel and I had to stay here and rehab, they were hard, but I always knew they were there for me, so I kept it going.
It was all worth it.
All worth it.
And one of the special moments I saw game after game after game, and it was photographed and put on social media, it seems like every time also, was you mentioned that piece of your faith and you mentioned the brotherhood on the ball field. And there was a very special moment before every game where it looked like you would pray over your teammates. And even though you were injured, you were still making an impact as much as you could. So what were those moments like?
The biggest thing I could say that I was thankful for in that is they allowed me to, still be a part of the team. And I took on that was my role. I'm going to be there for my teammates, even when, I was down and it was hard on myself. And that was something that brought life to my spirit, bringing my faith to the ball field with my brothers and being able to pray over them before the game. And for me, that's the most important part of my game, is my faith and how can I share it with others. And my teammates are special. They were special people, and a lot of them are still here with me. And that impact for me and also for them is something I'll never forget. So it's special.
And it's like Tim Tebow. You can't mention Tim Tebow without mentioning his faith, because that's such a big part of his game, his story. And the same thing goes with you. And so this is something that you're very passionate about, not only on the ball field, but outside of it as well. You're very involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, both before you were at Miami and now at Miami. I know you go every single Wednesday night. Why do you take the time? You're a busy person. You're a student athlete. You got school to worry about. I know you got a lighter schedule this year, but you got school to worry about. You got baseball. You got recovery. You got a lot of things going on. FaceTiming with Andrew. Mm-hmm. I mean, why do you choose to take this hour, 2 hours out of your time every Wednesday?
It's special. The people that are in there, the people that are involved in that, there's nothing better. I would take, if it was 2 hours, I would take 3 hours to go spend time with those people. You feel engaged at FCA, you feel loved, and that's one of those things when I was going through rehab I needed. I was far away from my family, my mom, my dad, the people that love me most, and I found that love in FCA with God's people, and the messages, everything was so perfect in those moments, and it was exactly what I needed. And I'd walk away from there with ultimate confidence and ultimate uplifted spirit in knowing what I was supposed to be doing. And it was a special thing, and it's continued this year, and I've been able to bring teammates with me and for them to experience it too and to see the impact on their life. It's just, I couldn't be more thankful. So.
And it's another way to kind of showcase that more than an athlete side of you and other athletes that are in that room, showcasing, more than just the things you do on the field. You guys come together outside of it too. And it's so cool to see. And another way that you showcase that you're more than an athlete, which I guess is technically still being an athlete, but you love to fish.
Oh.
You love to fish.
Yes.
And so much so that I've even seen or heard that you'll take your fishing pole around with you on campus. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Have you caught anything on campus?
I did, actually. Not too long ago, I caught a couple barracuda on one of this. I bought this little mini rod. So my brother bought it back when he was traveling before I got here. And he would travel with it in his suitcase. And when they would go in hotels, he would find ponds around the hotels to fish. And I saw it, and I was like, it was in my room when he left. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to strap it to my Adidas backpack. And when I go around between classes, I'm going to find fish. And I've been able to do that, so it's cool.
You're like, this is in honor of him.
Oh, absolutely. I carry on. I'm like, yep, I got a piece of him with me too, so this is cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
A true country boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you love country music too?
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah? All right. Can we do something fun?
I'm in.
All right. So we've done finished the lyric on the show before.
Okay.
We're not going to quite do that today, but I have some lyrics in here from some good old country songs that I personally like because I'm a Georgia girl.
Love that.
And I want to see if you can name the artist.
I'm not very good at artist naming, but I might be able to give you the song.
Okay, all right.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll take the song if you can't do the artist. You ready for this?
Ready.
Who sings these lyrics? I remember sitting at that house, living room couch, thinking no way them boys wouldn't win. Between them big three pitchers, Andrew and Chipper, it was going to be hard to keep up with the Joneses.
Morgan Wallen.
Easy
It's
one right
98
there.
Braves. It's funny you say
Braves.
that because my favorite team is the Braves. Obviously now it's the Guardians that my brother plays for them, but that's one of my favorite songs, so it's cool.
Awesome. I also grew up a Braves fan. I learned very quickly that I can no longer do this here in Miami.
No, for me, that's the only time I do is when I'm watching the Braves, but it's funny you say Chipper Jones. That's the reason I'm number 10.
Wow.
So that song actually has a lot of meaning for me, so that's cool.
How incredible. Look at that. All right, off to a good start. Next one here. Shaker for the catfish swimming down deep in the creek, for the crickets and the critters and the squirrels.
I know the song, that's Country Girl, but I'm not sure exactly who sings it.
You don't know the singer to this?
I probably do as soon as you tell me.
Luke Bryan.
Yeah. Easy.
All right, next one. You're doing good. You know the songs at least.
Absolutely.
All right, this one might be a little more difficult. Not sure how extensive your country knowledge is, so we're going to find out here. You get a line, I get a pole, we'll go fishing in the crawfish hole. 5-card poker on Saturday night, church on Sunday morning.
You know, it's funny. I know the song. I don't know the name or the artist, but this is my mom's ringtone from my dad.
You're kidding me.
So that's hilarious that you just read that to me. But
we're learning a lot of insight with each of these songs.
Absolutely. Like I'm one of those guys where the song comes on. I know all the lyrics. I know everything. But if you ask me the name and maybe what the name is, I'm like, I'm not sure because I just listen to so much country music. So
I love it.
But that's funny. That's a cool story.
Well, you can tell your mom that you heard Boondocks by Little Big Town today in
Perfect.
studio.
She'll love that. She'll love that.
All right, next one here. Now, this one is actually the pitching song of one of your former teammates, Sebastian Perez, if I'm correct. There's a party going around town. It's one rowdy cowboy showdown here in H-Town where we're stronger than a hurricane.
Oh, man. I should know this. It's Cody Johnson.
It is.
Yes,
Okay, there we go.
Love that.
Love that. Welcome to the Show by Cody Johnson. Great pitching
the
song.
best,
Good
best song.
job, Sebastian. All right, speaking of hurricanes,
Okay.
the moon went hiding, stars quit shining, rain was driving, thunder and lightning. Little tougher one.
Little
That's
tougher
the
one.
bridge of it.
Yeah. I say I probably need more lyrics for me to know it, but I'm not sure.
My hint was hurricane, if that helps any. That may or may not be the song title.
Is it Hurricane?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that helps.
Hurricane by Luke Combs.
Well, I love Luke Combs. That's a good one.
He's great. All right, next one up here. This one is another classic. Actually, another former pitching song of another former Hurricane, J.P. Gates, who I don't think you played with. He was
My brother's roommate. It's funny
Okay.
you say that, and he was the old number 10.
Okay,
That's
so
cool.
you took his place in the apartment.
Yeah, I
and
also took his room
jersey.
and his jersey, so that's funny.
All right, well, in honor
Love-
of J.P. Gates today for stealing everything that was his before.
Love JP. Love JP.
We have, and I wouldn't trade old Leroy or my Chevrolet for your Escalade or your Freak Parade. I'm the only John Wayne left in this town.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, I don't know why I can't bring it up. I need a hint.
Save a horse?
Right, Cowboy?
That's the
Yeah,
one.
I know that one. Ah, that's a good one.
I love it. All right, by Big and Rich.
Yep.
Big and Rich.
a
All
good
right,
one.
last one here. I hope you get this one.
I better get it.
The pressure's on.
I'm
Brian.
almost disappointed in myself I haven't got it. You know what I mean?
All right, here we go. Why you ever chose me has always been a mystery. All my life, I've been told I belong at the end of the line.
Oh, that's my song. Nobody by Casting Crowns. It's my
Nobody
favorite.
by Crafts and Crowds. That is your own pitching song.
It will be again.
Really?
It's my favorite.
Okay.
It's just been one of those things that keeps me grounded knowing I get to hear that song. It's special.
That's awesome. So Kane fans, you know what to look for this season when you
Absolutely.
hear Nobody, you know who's coming out on the mound.
I say it's my turn again when you hear that song. It's my favorite.
I love it. Well, let's look to a little bit of this season now.
Okay, let's do it.
You killed it in your name the artist, name the song. That was a good job there.
Thank you.
Looking to this season now, though, you guys are in fall ball. You mentioned you're going to step on the mound for the first time, throw in with a catcher this weekend. So, what has fall ball been like for you guys?
It's been good. A lot of new guys, a lot of new faces, but it's been special. We got a lot of awesome athletes. We got guys that are working hard, and I think we're very bonded this year, which I love. We were last year and this year again, just to see that bond continue to build in the locker room. It's one of those things that translates onto the field, so a special group.
And JD was your pitching coach last year. Now he's
Yes.
your head coach this year. How's that been like?
Oh, he's been awesome. It's nice, be able to relate to a pitching guy, and me and Gino had a great relationship, and me and JD do too. So it's a special coaching staff and a lot of new faces on that coaching staff, and I love all of them. So it's been cool.
Now, I think the easy, obvious answer to the question of what are you most looking forward to this season would be clearly to get back on the mound. So
Right.
maybe besides just playing in general, throwing and pitching again, what are you most looking forward to this season?
I think to start the season is my prayers, being able to be back with my teammates and to share those moments again, but also to compete. I'm excited for the big matchups. I'm excited for us to another chance at Omaha. It's what we're there for. It's one of those things we've been instilling all year so far is like, hey, that's what we're going for. And I think we have a good chance for it, so I'm excited.
Well, we're excited too. I can't wait to see you guys back on the field again. And I know it's only fall, but I know it's coming around the corner. We got fall ball now and more to come in spring. So thanks for hopping on. Thanks for sharing your story once again, and we wish you the best of luck.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Awesome. Well, Kane fans, you've heard now more of the inside story of Miami-made man himself, Brian Walters. Check out their schedule for fall ball, find everything on social media, and stay tuned for more episodes of Canes All Access. I'm your host, Cameron Dobbs. Until next time, as always, go Canes.